Wonder is a novel written by R.J. Palacio about a 10-year-old boy called August. Now, August is a normal boy in all sense but one. His face looks different from everyone else's. Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm doing my first ever book review, and the book I'm reviewing today is Wonder. Now, Wonder is one of my favorite books ever. I read it first when I was 10, but I've read it many times since then, and it's no less brilliant each time. So let's get into it. Now, I won't say exactly what happens in case someone here hasn't read the book, but I will summarize just a bit of the plot. Now, because of a rare combination between a disease and a syndrome, August has had to have many surgeries, and because of this, he has been homeschooled all his life, while his sister Via goes to school normally. At the time of this story, though, August is 10 years old and he's a lot stronger than he was before. So his parents, Nate and Isabel Pullman, they decide to enroll him in a school called Beecher Prep. The story outlines his first year at Beecher Prep, all the ups and downs for not just him, but also his family and friends. Now, the thing I like the most about this book is that we also get a perspective of other people as well. I've never really come across a story where it's done quite this way, but I really like how it's done. Through this method, we can understand the troubles of other people as well. I think that the best example of this is Via, or Olivia Pullman, Augie's sister. We can see how Via has trouble in her school when her best friends suddenly drift apart from her, one of whom ironically has her own chapter in this book about her troubles. I know that this makes it seem as though this book is only about people's troubles, but I can assure you it's also about kindness, empathy, and generosity of heart. Now, Wonder is incredibly relatable because of how realistic it is. For example, Augie is a very normal kid apart from his genetic condition. He loves space, he loves Star Wars, and he loves to play games as well. He's also really smart. Another thing is, the challenges that Augie faces can also happen in real life, especially the bullying. The book is fantastically written as well. At the exact right moments, the author changes the perspective so that we can understand it from a different point of view. But despite this perspective changing, the plot remains steadfast and true. The story doesn't become repetitive or tiring or slow or any of those things. The development of the characters is fantastic as well. At the end of the story, you can clearly see how much each of the characters have changed. The last thing that I really liked is that the bully, Julian Albans, also gets his own perspective. Now, in some editions of the book, the Julian chapter may not be there, but regardless, I really loved it. All through the book, I really hated Julian, but this chapter gave me a new perspective on him, and in my opinion, it kind of redeemed him as well. This chapter is incredibly emotional, and it's also really refreshing to have a perspective of, for lack of a better word, the bad guy. I think that the mark of a good novel is that you can see how it changes you. Wonder is no different. When I finished the story, I noticed that I started seeing other people in a different light, because you never really know what someone's going through. Now, another mark of a good book is when you can't think of anything that you want to be different. Once again, Wonder is no different. This book is incredible, and I really suggest that you go read it if you haven't already. Now, this is my first review, so you'll have to excuse any mistakes I made. But regardless, I hope that you liked it, and I'll see you in the next review. Adios!